Hi, so I have really struggled the last couple of weeks with trying to put some content together with all that's going on in the world right now. And I didn't really want to speak on anything until I had a chance to kind of digest what was happening. It's been a hard couple of weeks, I think, for the entire country. For many different reasons. I feel that it's a difficult time for everyone, and I love the idea that everyone's coming together to fight racism. Finally, we're on what I hope will be the last leg of this journey for this country, because it's taken a long time for us to get here. And finally, there's enough outrage and support, I think, to really make some lasting changes. Sadly, I think a huge part of the problem is that, the media controls what we see, and which basically means they control what we think about. And so this had to get big enough that it couldn't be controlled, I guess is a good way to say it. So I'm glad that has finally happened. And I really think that a lot of good is going to come out of some horribly tragic events. So although it doesn't take away from people losing their lives and families losing family members violently, and I know what that's like, absolutely. Obviously not for the same reasons, but when your family members are needlessly murdered, it's devastating, to say the least. And so I'm glad that, and I hope that something good really comes out of this. I think the tough thing for a lot of people that I know is that people don't really know where to begin. People don't know how to start helping. Where do you help? Where do you start? Where do you go? How do we become educated? I've lived on this planet for a long time as part of the invisible race, and never having been harassed because of the color of my skin, or followed around a store, or any of the million ways that people are singled out every day. I have not had to deal with that, so I understand that I can never say that I understand what that's like. But that doesn't make me not want to help. Like, absolutely, I'm ready to get involved. And I've talked to a lot of other people that want to help and want to get involved. And I think a barrier right now for a lot of people is having difficult conversations that are very uncomfortable. But I think if we can really be open with each other and allow each other to say what we think and what we feel, honest communication is the only way that we're going to be able to come together on this. Because as long as the system has been racist, is as long as white people have been conditioned to racism. So that, for a lot of people, is a hard habit to break, and it may not always be recognized when they're acting on it. And so I think that's going to be part of the problem, is that we need to be able to talk about it, and we need to be able to say what we say, and we need to be able to have conversations if things need to be corrected, behaviors need to be corrected, whatever the case may be. I think we have to find a common ground where we can all work together to finally have some peace. I mean, we are all part of the same race, and that needs to be first. So we need to find a way to fix hundreds of years of terrible behavior so that we can all live in the same peaceful country. Anyway, that's all I have for now. Thanks.